Welcome in to the international edition of the Two Timers, part one of maybe multiple parts of international edition, unsure. But we have everyone around the world. Josh and Chris, where are you guys at?
I'm
Spain.
still in New Zealand.
There you go. So we may have a little bit of some technical audio overlap on this episode. We'll try and give it some time. But if you missed that, Josh is in Spain. Josh, where in Spain are you?
Oh, Kristen in the background there. How do you pronounce where we're at?
The Canary Islands?
Well, yeah, we're in the Canary Islands, but what specifically? Which island? Yeah, Canary Islands. That'll do.
It is a tough one to pronounce there, Josh. The Canary Islands can really trip up the tongue, you know.
Oh yeah, no, butcher it.
And Moresco, you still in the same area of New Zealand?
Yeah, I'm still in Christchurch. I'm on the South Island.
Nice. What's the least American thing each of you guys have seen so far in your travels? Moresco, we'll start with you, just to be clear for audio purposes.
The least American? It feels more like Europe over here than America. So, I mean, it's not America at all, really. There's no comparison. Besides white people.
Fair. Josh, how about you? Is there white people where you're at?
Yeah, there are Brits, specifically where we're at right now. But I would say the few things that I've just having only been here a few days, the lifestyle is very different. The food is very different. And those are all very good things. It's just very interesting. I would say those are the two things that I've picked up on so far.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Is there anything, we can get into the show here in a second. Is there anything you guys have eaten? What's the best thing you guys have each eaten so far?
Oof. A lot of tapas. Those have been very good.
Honestly, the food here is pretty weak. I will say that. But I went to a really restaurant. They're like this restaurant in church. It was this sounds weird, but this flour dish they made is unreal. But
flour dish?
Cauliflower.
Oh, okay. It cut out, and
Yeah.
all we heard was this flour dish, and I was like, was it a dish just of white powder, or was it a roast?
But yeah, I would say it's very English type food, and I'm not a huge fish and chip or mutton guy, so there's a lot of them here. So
this is gonna be a fun show.
Am I that choppy?
It comes through after the fact for the most part, but every once in a while it cuts out syllables, so it's we just hear half of the word. It's okay. We'll power through. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let me pull up. Boom. Week 4. Before we get started, any comments on the Kelsey Swift thing? How long it's going to last? It's just a PR stunt.
Who knows? It's kind of getting a little old, though.
After 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a publicity stunt by the NFL to get new fans in, but
it seems like it. Awfully convenient that it was right after her tour ended, huh? But going right into weekly recaps, everyone chose correctly on this game of Micah versus me.
What an easy matchup.
Like you said about Ryan a few weeks ago, is Micah quickly becoming the new bye week matchup comparatively to Ryan?
Yeah. pretty much.
He also made like every wrong choice if you look at the bench. So
Yeah, his bench. Let me pull it up actually, because his bench was
he had
loaded.
more points than his team.
Let's see. Can you see the Yahoo one now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 33 points out of Montgomery, 21 points out of Howell, 13 out of Marquise Brown, 13 out of NWI, Westbrook Ikani, or however you say his name. So yeah, he had
His
93
bench almost
points on his bench.
doubled his points. Yeah. Yeah.
He could have started his bench and been more competitive.
Been a rough introduction to the league for old Micah.
What would you do if you were Micah at this point?
Trust the process.
Yeah, I mean, fair. We'll roll right along because we don't have much more to add in Mavs versus Micah's matchup. But this one was an interesting one. Picks were split with Josh going at the breakaway, the underdog breakaway with Dave. Maybe he knew something we didn't, given that he put up 135 points this week.
No, I think I just picked Dave, to be honest, because I felt bad for him. Yeah, it sounds really bad, but I think that was a sympathy pick. Just gonna be truthful.
I mean, Nico Collins putting up 32 points and Puka putting up mid-20s is pretty insane.
Yeah. Puka could be the pickup of the year if he keeps playing this.
Mm-hmm. Is Cup due back soon?
Oh, no. It's been his hamstring for like 5 years.
Yeah, I mean he's eligible back. I think to be back week 5. They activated him off the pup, so I think they have 21 days or whatever.
Oh, yeah, they've got a bit more time, right?
So it really, I think, boils down to whether or not he's ready.
Rolling right along to a matchup that was
Shocking.
pretty one-sided. Yeah, shocking. I mean, shocking based on our picks as well.
Thanks, Ben.
I mean, and we were on the two-timers when this matchup had started last Thursday. And I think we all picked at Ben, even though Maresco's team had already started playing, I think, by Thursday night, right? You had Aaron Jones do nothing?
Yeah, I think he had 1 point through 3 quarters or something.
Yeah.
But
this is not going to be a every week thing for Maresco. This is kind of like a one-time thing. I think next week he'll probably get back to his old ways of losing.
all right, Josh. I like it.
I mean,
I like it.
Yeah.
173 was that?
Keep it up.
Was that higher than Ben's last week? What was Ben's score last week?
It's very close.
Let's see. Real question is, Maresco, are you going to keep on rolling with the Seattle defense?
I unfortunately can't this week because we're on bye. So, but I played the match. I've been shining defenses, played it because they were playing Giants. I'll be honest.
So Ben last week had 174.72.
Mm.
So within a point of each other. Oh, we've lost Josh.
I'm still here.
And since Ben was upset last time that we didn't talk about his team when he put up 172 points, all we really can say here is that this team looks terrible outside of Christian McCaffrey this week.
Yeah. Ben's receiver situation, I kind of feel for him because I feel like Olave and Waddle were great keepers. And Olave is just I think Derek Carr sucks ass.
Literally or figuratively?
Probably both. Yeah.
I think Ave and Waddle both will have great weeks for Ben still. I don't think that they're always going to be putting up these points, but let's just say if McCaffrey goes down, he might be in trouble.
Yeah, he could be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Well, and even like Jared Cook had a good game, but that was also because Buffalo scored like almost 50 points. So we'll see.
Who's Jared Cook? Tight end?
No. Sorry, is it James Cook, not Jared Cook? The other Cook?
James
Whatever.
Cook. James Cook.
James J. Cook. I'm gonna call him Jared.
Jared's
from
back?
now on. Good old Jared in the Buffalo backfield.
Motherfuckers.
Then we had Dan versus Mitch. This was a close one. We had a couple people picking Mitch and one person picking Dan correctly. Was this one of the ones that came down to the wire?
Yeah.
Came down
So
to Monday
last
Night
night.
Football?
Yep.
I'm trying to remember
I mean,
who
Ben
it
had
was.
he had a huge lead for a while, and then Mahomes
Yeah.
kind of got shut down.
Yeah, Fields had a big day for Mitch. And then, it was Lockett, right? If Lockett had just had a few more receptions or a touchdown yesterday, which they were destroying the Giants. So why throw the ball? But Josh, what are you doing over there? Are you like packing?
I'm looking for an adapter because my phone's about to die. Oh, there we go. Sorry
Oh,
about
wait.
that.
Say I told you guys, but I offered Dan the trade last week.
Oh, did you? What was the trade?
He turned it down very fast. I offered him AJ Brown and Pacheco for freaking Tony Pollard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you texted us that. But that would have been a good trade for Dan this week.
This week, yeah. Oh. I
Are
might
you
have
glad
my
you didn't
game.
do that trade?
It would have cost a game, I'm pretty sure. Would have been close.
Would you still do that trade now? Would you still do that trade now if Dan said he'd do it now?
I'd consider it,
you would.
but I probably wouldn't.
I think
about it.
Josh,
think you're
would you do
fine.
that trade?
Yeah, but give me Pollard all day.
Let's see.
The trade is very even in the trading thing.
Is it very close?
Yeah.
Which did you use? You use Roto or Fantasy SP?
I used Roto.
Let's see what the other one says.
Every time I put Brown in the trade with Roto, though, it's always telling me not to do it for some reason. They rank AJ very high.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why does it not want to say who this is? AJ Brown and Isaiah, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Type in Pacheco. He spells his name very weird.
Oh,
I
it's
would
just one eye.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
and Christian Kirk. I have Christian Kirk in there.
Oh, you have Christian Kirk in here as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could trade for Kirk Cousins, Still in your favor. Still saying that Dan should do that trade.
Yep.
And that's what it was saying when you made the offer the other day.
It definitely said Dan got the better of the trade. But didn't text me about it. He just denied it in about an hour and moved on. So the man believes in his team.
I'm really curious because I do feel like the players you'd be giving up are actually better. Yeah. Maybe it's all adjusted after the weekend, but anyway, good win for Dan. Tough one for Mitch. I feel like Mitch has been in a couple of tight games.
Looks like it's going to be another one of those years for Mitch. Dumpster.
Man, I've struggled this week.
A good pick by Josh. Josh had a couple breakaways by himself that he picked correctly this week.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you pick Hannah?
Another sympathy pick. Sister-in-law connection, you know.
Yikes.
No, this one was not a sympathy pick. I don't know. Like, I think we've talked about it a couple times. I like Hannah's team. I just think like some of her players have underperformed, and so I think Derrick Henry kind of pulled through for her this week.
Do you think Jones starts Daniel Jones ever again?
Oh, good question. Who on the waiver wire is better?
He has Dak
Josh-
on his bench.
Josh.
Dak's on the bench.
That's true. Is he going to start Dak though against San Francisco next week?
That's true.
I mean,
Lions don't have
if he had started
matchup either.
Dak,
One.
you would have won had he started Dak. Yeah, he had 17
Yeah.
points. I mean, I think both Jonesy and Hannah's teams are pretty solid for the most part. I think they'll both be competitive. It'll be a little bit of a who do you start, who do you not. I'm pretty sure Johnson had a huge week for Jonesy like a week ago or something like that. And now he's back to 2 points. So just got some up and downs. Kelsey also with 9 seems unlikely. But
Yeah, tight end position's been it's been rough this year.
we didn't adjust defensive scoring this year, did we? Because I feel like all the defenses are so high powered this year.
I don't think so. It's just a turnover, a touchdown on defense is huge. And then every sack is like 1 or 2 points. So it's like it adds up fast.
Yeah.
I guess to be fair, if you're Dallas and you're beating a team 38-3, your defense is gonna have played really well. Just to see 30 points out of a defense looks so crazy.
Dallas has had a pretty good schedule, I feel like, so far. Overall, except for like one
See
game.
what happens this week. Rolling along to another one that was kind of close. Josh went against
One
his
time. Damn it, Ryan.
I went back to listen through the bits of this to collect our picks, and I was like, I could have sworn we all took Weggy. I was shocked when I heard Josh say he was going to take Ryan in the recap thing.
Yeah.
Did Addison even play?
I think Addison played. Let's see.
He had no targets.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's accurate, actually.
Let's see what they say. Jordan Addison did not catch his only target in the Vikings Week 4 win over the Panthers.
It's pretty embarrassing, Ryan. It's like
It's pretty embarrassing for Addison.
Yeah, but isn't that Kirk Cousins related, Clark?
I mean, Justin Jefferson had a great game. I'm pretty sure Justin Jefferson had like 20 points or something like that.
Yeah.
23 points.
Could have had more.
I think Ryan's getting the Kyle Pitts effect too.
Yeah. Pitts really just the only person worth having in the Atlanta offense definitely seems to be Bijan. And beyond that, have fun.
Yep.
Do you think Burrow is playing this bad?
Do I think Burrow what?
Keeps playing this bad.
I think it's got to be injury related, to be honest with you. I think that, and then I feel like the Bengals have always started off slow, especially the past 2 seasons. And then they've kind of found their groove. But I don't know if this is like one of those situations where it's just like combined with the injury.
I mean, they're playing
Yeah,
the Cardinals this upcoming week.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to figure it out. Like, and I'm wondering if they're going to shut Burrow down, like, if they lose, because they have, like, super tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, outside of the Cardinals, they then play the Seahawks, 49ers, Bills, whatever against the Texans, and the Ravens. So it doesn't really get any easier from a schedule perspective, a defense perspective, that's for sure.
They're probably not going to make the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's disappointing. I mean, the other question, though, is Burrow just still hurt? Like, is he even 100% healthy?
Man, you better hope he's not. Like, if you're the Bengals, right? Because you just gave him all that money. But I think it's a combination of things. I think play calling, potentially, is one of them.
Another one. A co-host matchup. A couple people picked this game right. One person did not.
Okay, seriously, like what am I supposed to do? Like, the one
in terms
week
of picks or in terms of managing your fantasy team? If you want us to give you advice on managing your fantasy team, we're happy to
no,
submit.
like the 1 week that I picked against myself, I felt like such a loser after our call. I was like, why did I do that? Like, even if the odds are stacked against me, why would I pick against myself?
Well, I mean, Maresco picked against himself. Maresco, do you feel like a loser right now?
At all, feel like a winner.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think the question is: Would you rather pick against yourself in our little means nothing pick'em thing and be wrong, or have your fantasy team win?
Yeah, that's deep. Something to think about. I'll try to come back with an answer next week.
I mean, Natalie's team looked really good. Sorry, go ahead, Maresco.
I was just gonna say, I think my toilet bowl pick is looking good now.
Keep it up, bud. Yeah.
Matt's team looked good. I mean, the stack came through for her this week, right?
Yep.
Like, the rest of her team kind of struggled, honestly. But that stack is just, if it goes off, there's no beating it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I feel like there's very few stacks I feel like you want to have. And I feel like Natalie has one of the best, right? Like, but you live and die by it. Like, yeah. This week, I mean, it's just, yeah, they crushed. So the injuries got me this week a little bit, but I don't even know if that would have mattered, to be honest with you.
Are Evans and Williams going to keep on playing, or any of them out for any period of time?
Evans is on a bye. Williams is questionable. So we'll see. Everybody deals with injuries. So
yeah, it's bound to happen to each team.
Yep.
Rounding out this week, though, our final pick records.
Oh, my God. No.
Josh is now 14-14, back to 500.
Damn it.
For the week, at least. I won.
What? Oh, okay. I zoomed in. I was like, why is it only on Maresco?
We can just have it on Maresco. That's fine. I was honestly surprised because the number of breakaway – Josh, you almost had like entirely breakaway picks this week, and you were right on 3 of them and wrong on the other 4.
Yeah. The obvious ones I should have just picked with you guys. Oh, well.
Well, then moving right along, the only other thing we had from a housekeeping perspective, whoops, played that again, okay, is Fab for the week, which goes to no surprise. Joe Burrow as the lowest scoring. Ryan continuing to accumulate Fab.
You really needed that fab. You really needed it.
He can probably just afford to overspend some of his fab on these guys, right? At this point.
Should we make a section of the show that's like players that Ryan should spend X amount of dollars in fab on this week, and it'd just be like $30 in fab every single week?
Yeah. Who should his player be this week?
Well, if who's the kid in Denver? Well, I don't want to influence people's waiver decisions. Not that people will probably listen to this tonight, but just in case.
Well, honestly,
I was gonna say Tom Brady.
Ooh.
Stack him on your bench.
Or maybe Josh Dobbs, who's like, I think
Dobbs is a good idea.
he's like, I don't know if it's 4-point or 6-point. I think he's the quarterback 5 though on the year.
I mean, anyone's better than Joe Burrow at this point.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing to say. Let's see.
Yep.
Available quarterbacks in our league. Currently, let me share this one. You got Baker at the top of the list.
Ooh, Zach Wilson.
It is a pretty rough list. Maybe a Carolina quarterback.
No.
Are you all both holding 2 quarterbacks right now?
I am, yeah.
I only have one.
Yeah, I do as well. I
offered Ryan a very fair trade, actually. Russell Wilson for Zach Ertz a couple weeks ago. He said no. He accused me of I can't remember the exact words, but he basically was like, "You're trying to swindle me." What are you talking about?
Swindle him. Russell Wilson for Zach Ertz?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty fair and maybe slightly irrelevant trade.
I knew he needed a quarterback. What can I say? Burrow has scored like 13 points one week, 8 points another week, 5 points another. Like, he's been trash.
You need to
Wow,
change the
that
top.
is straight
Clark.
up the middle. What?
You have the top to change the top to PPR. Go back.
This one?
See the half PPR up there? Yeah.
Okay, so Russell Wilson's more valuable now in half PPR.
Yeah.
All I'll say, Ryan, is the price has gone up.
What would you want? What would you want now? Let's do this. We'll do this instead. Let's look at Ryan's team and see who you would trade for on his team, and what would you offer him, just to get things rolling. Here's his roster. Oops, I need to share this thing. My bad. This tab. There you go. There's his roster. Who would you trade for? What would you offer?
I want.
Maresco's chuckling.
I don't really want much of this team, but
That's what I was gonna say. Who do you want? Calvin Ridley for Russell Wilson.
yeah. Why not?
I'd take Ridley. I like Ridley quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Like,
I'll do that.
there's
Ryan.
like a core I feel like that Ryan will not trade, and it's like the top 5 people on that team.
Well, which to be fair, most of us are that way about our teams, unless it's like a compelling trade. Like, well, let's go back to how are we feeling about Jonesy and Kevin's trade now? The Gibbs and Addison trade for Eckler still hasn't played, I don't think.
Yeah. And Gibbs and Addison have been. I mean, Addison had a couple like touchdowns basically save his weeks. Gibbs has been meh. I don't think he's lived up to his draft value yet.
Well,
He's
Montgomery seems to have a bigger role there.
Right. Yep. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a little hard to judge right now just because of Eckler being out. But I would assume it's going to probably sway in Jonesy's favor just with Eckler's history. He's really good.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't hurt Jonesy at all. It hasn't had Eckler.
Yeah, that's true.
When Eckler comes back, Jonesy's team just gets that much better. But I think Gibbs will put more points up, and I think Addison will be fine. I don't know. I think Kevin feels like Jonesy won that trade for sure.
Right, this week for sure.
Yeah, it's not like Kevin can play Ryan every week, you know.
If you could play Ryan or Micah next week, Josh, who would you choose to play?
I mean, probably Micah at this point.
All right, let's take care of the picker wheel for this upcoming. Whoa, is it not showing it? Oh, there we go. That's why. Picker wheel for our upcoming fab. We've done quarterbacks. We did receivers and running backs. Do you want to do kickers or defenses or both?
Oh, let's do both. I don't feel like it would be fair to do highest scoring defense, just to throw that out there to start off.
Yeah, we can avoid that. Lowest scoring, though.
Yeah, I think lowest scoring works. I just feel like with high scoring, it's pretty easy to project like one or two defenses that potentially are going to be up there.
Yeah, I agree.
Most sacks by defense or something? Like something specific?
Yeah. Most INTs.
Do you think that'll be a tie?
Yeah, probably.
I don't think sacks will be, but I think INTs probably will be. Like 2 or 3.
Most return yards. It's a weird stat.
Is that easily trackable? Is that trackable in the defense and special teams thing, or is that?
Yeah, it's on the defense special teams.
Yeah, let's do that. Most return yards for a defense. If a kicker ends up on that list, we'll give it to him. But
short field goal missed or something. I don't know if you can track easily or not.
Does it say? It doesn't say the yardage attempts. It just says like 3 for 5 or whatever. So I'd prefer not to have to dig into seeing where every kicker's field goal was taken. I mean, we could also let's do the highest scoring kicker, and maybe
Let's do low scoring here.
Yeah, that's fair. And then we'll just do
I was gonna say just put Micah on there just to give him some.
Oh wait. Yeah. I like that idea. Let's get rid of this. It's a great idea.
Really hope it lands on.
Oh,
Come on. Come on.
Oh. Damn.
All right, kicker with the longest field goal is what's going to win. We'll leave Mike on there until he gets a few wins, though, and see how it goes for him.
Do you think Mike is going to get a win at this point?
I mean,
Nope.
he
Nope.
plays Ryan.
Ooh, when does he play Ryan? That'll be we need to spend some extra time talking about that.
Let's see. We'll forecast the
Find
upcoming
out real
matchup.
fast.
Let me share this one. Do-do-do. So he's going to play Ryan. Week 8.
Okay, so we need to get them both on the show.
Week 8. Yep.
We need to have maybe an extended discussion about how they're feeling 8 weeks into the league. Mike
It's
is
true.
still.
It'll be the halfway point.
Micah might be.
Projected right now to be pretty up the middle. Have either of their teams scored these projected point totals yet this year? 93 and 96?
Have to look back at the scores, to be honest.
58, 78, 71, 120. That's right. I take it back. Ryan's team did destroy our very own Chris Maresco a while ago. All right. So before we roll into our last order of business, which is going to be just
What if that's
Toilet
only
Bowl championship? Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
what if that's Ryan's only win of the year? Maresco, how do you feel that that's the case?
Kind of to myself. I'll be honest. I did say he was going to not win a game this year, and then he beat me the third week.
Yeah.
So I'm not thinking any shit about it because I have to play him at some point this year.
That's fair.
So before we get into the championship and Toilet Bowl, here's current standings. At this point in our season, any surprises? Anything you were expecting? And how do you foresee this table to change in the coming weeks? If we had arrows on the side, who's going up, who's going down?
I mean, I went down.
Yeah, you were first coming into this week.
Yeah, so I'd have to say I'm going down. I think Hannah's going to fight her way up.
I think Jonesy moves up too.
Yeah.
Well, in playoffs are only 6 teams in this league, right?
Yeah.
So the majority of the league's out. So if you had to forecast way too soon your playoff picture right now, who do you think? What are the 6 teams you think ends up being in the playoffs as of today, and how you see them playing out the rest of the year?
You want like us to rank them, or just kind of the 6 teams?
Sure, let's do this. I didn't think this through at all. Let's do power rankings, and we'll say where we think. We'll just go through the standings. We'll say where we think they're going to end up. So let's start at the bottom. Where do we think Mike is going to end up? Total seed.
14th.
Yeah, I think he's right where he's going to be.
Okay.
If you're putting
Moving
power
on.
ratings out right now, he's ranked last probably. Or look at their point forward total.
Yeah, remarkably close between the two of them, honestly.
Yeah.
So then moving on to Ryan. Where do you think Ryan finishes standings wise?
12th.
12th.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think finishes 13th, Josh?
I'm going to pick Mitch.
Oh, I thought he was going to keep me there. Oh,
That's what I thought he was going with. All right, so you're taking
I
Mitch
think
down
Ryan-
to 13.
wow.
You said Ryan Maresca?
Yeah, I think Ryan stays in 13th.
Okay. All right. I'd agree with that. I don't think Mitch is going to drop that far. So then Dan, where do you think Dan ends up?
Probably 11th.
11th? Yeah,
Yeah.
11th.
So then you think Mitch drops down to 12, Maresca?
Yeah, Mitch drops down a little bit.
So we're all kind of in agreement that the bottom four are not moving outside the bottom four, and no one's falling into that bottom four.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Then let's move on to Maresca's team. Joshy, where do you think Maresca's team will end?
I think he's going to finish 7th.
Oh, just missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
I could see that.
See that. I think I'm going to get this, though. I think I'm going to sneak in.
Honestly, Maresco, I could see your team moving 5 spots in either direction, or 4 spots in either direction.
Yeah. My team can show up like it did this week, or it could do what it did against Ryan. So
I do think if the Ravens end up being good down the stretch, or end up in shootouts down the stretch, your team will do much better because you're going to end up getting the stack, potentially a double stack because you have Zay as well still, right?
yeah, that's why my team took off at the beginning, because the first drive was a bomb to Zay, 54 yards. It was a touchdown to Andrew. So I literally got 40 points right off the rip of that game.
Yeah. So I think that the Ravens are a good enough football team that I think that might keep you moving upwards, if that makes sense. But I don't know if they're good enough to put you into the playoffs. We'll have to see.
I honestly think it comes down. I think AJ is going to have good weeks like he did this week. I think a lot of it comes if Aaron Jones can get back in the game plan with the Packers and they can run their offense through them. If they do that, put up 20, 30 different weeks. So it just depends.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we're all in agreement that Hannah will end up higher. Josh, where do you think Hannah will end up?
I think Hannah's going to end up probably where I'm at right now. I think she'll be 4.
Okay, fair. Jonesy, where do we think Jonesy's going to go?
I think Jonesy. Go
2,
ahead.
3.
2 or 3, you think?
Yeah, I think I'll move up there once Eckler gets back.
Wow. Interesting. I definitely
would
think
say
he's going
5.
up, but yeah, I think 5 or 6 in my mind. So right now, where did you say we thought Hannah's going to end up?
4th is what Josh
4th?
said.
So right now we're saying Jonesy and Hannah both in the playoffs. So that's 2 of the 6 teams, just to keep in mind as we go up. So then going to Ben, where do you think Ben ends up?
He can too. I think the 3 move in.
Okay.
I would say
I
say I'm Hannah doesn't that projection. I think of those 3. If we're on that, and then I think if I'm just gonna be honest, I think David, Kevin, and Josh drop out. That's just my projection.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, aside from talking about Matt's team, who I think probably stays around where he is, maybe improves a little bit. Maybe it's a 3 or 4 instead of a 5 or 6. But my thinking right now are that the playoff teams are probably myself, Ben. I don't know about Hannah or you, Maresco. There'll be a section of bubble teams. Natalie, Jonesy, Matt, and then one of those bubble teams is my thought right now. No, Ben and I said at the top.
Oh, you said, yeah.
Yeah, so if I said me, Natalie, Ben, Matt, Jonesy, and then you, Hannah, maybe Weggy is the one bubble. Maybe there's 2 bubble teams there. Yeah, Josh would be in that mix as well.
There's like 4 or 5 bubble games. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen. I honestly I think this team is good, but I think it should live or die by that back, and that could backfire at some. So, like, you just never know. Right now, I would say she's a playoff team, but in a couple weeks, I think we'll know more.
I'd agree.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the point totals, the only one that's really out of place is Weggy. He hasn't broken 400 points yet, and he's way up there. Just because his points against are so low.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking at just comparatively to the teams, and to be fair, this last week really helped Moresco, but Moresco's points for are pretty insane for where he's at as well.
That week changed. That's like crazy.
Interesting. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll put like more official power rankings together week to week. We can do at least like the playoff teams that we forecast. But now let's go to the main event. I'll start this time since normally I'm in the middle. For championship, I'm going to leave my championship predictions exactly the way that they are. I think Ben's team is good. I still like my team, and I still like myself winning. Joshy.
I'm swaying on both picks in there. I think I'll go Matt.
Who's Matt replacing?
Ben. And I'll go Hannah.
Who with Matt winning?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Matt is going to pull off a big trade. He's got some chips. It's just a matter of time.
Moresco.
I'm good.
Still feeling bullish about yourself there?
Why change something that's working?
Fair enough. I'm going to make an adjustment.
Feels my belief.
We'll see what happens. I'm going to make an adjustment to my toilet bowl predictions. Slightly based on this last week, but mainly just slightly based on the strength of the teams. I think that this is going to end up being a hinders matchup. I think Mike is going to lose to Dan in the toilet bowl.
Yep. I'll leave Micah in, switch Moresco out for. I'm gonna go back to Ryan.
With who losing?
I'm gonna go with Ryan losing.
I'm pretty sure this is what your toilet bowl was the week before this, and then you just threw Moresco in there when he was 0-3, and now he's out.
Yeah.
I'm also going to do the same thing. I'm putting Ryan back in, but Mike is losing.
Mike is losing?
To Ryan, yeah. Take Josh out. We had our fun.
Oh, there's
we did have our fun.
So there is a consensus that Micah will be in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. Sorry, Micah.
I don't think it's news. Well, that's all we really had this week.
Yep.
To do our picks. Do or not do it real quick.
Did we not do our picks? Oh, my goodness. You're right. Wow. Big oversight over here. Let me pull it up.
Let's run them fast.
We all picked 7-0 this week. All right, we're in week 5, yeah. Okay. Okay, and then I totally forgot about this. Since we don't have a guest this week, what we'll do is we'll have a coin, which I think, Josh, you have a coin, right?
Oh, shit. I left it in the other room. I'll go get it. Hold on.
Josh spent like 5 minutes earlier looking for a coin. Still waiting.
I lost
there
that
we go.
one.
You lost
Find
the
a new
coin?
one. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to get a new one.
All right. Fair enough. Well, I'm going with myself this week.
This is a hard one.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Matt.
I'm also going with Matt.
Let's go. All right. What's the coin going to decide? Tell us who heads and tails is, Josh.
Oh yeah. We'll say heads is Matt, tails is Clark.
All right. What's the coin going to do?
It's tails.
Coins made a good decision. Let's roll on to the next matchup, which is going to be David and Chris. This is an interesting one.
I'll go David.
I'll go with David as well.
Just trying to jinx it.
I gotta keep it. I gotta do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm going Maresco. I'm
All
going Maresco. Come on, Chris. All right, coin, Josh.
All right.
Well, you got to tell us which is which before you flip it.
That's a good point. David's heads, Chris's tails. Tails. Moresco.
Well, there you go.
Tails never fails,
The coin. I'm liking the way the coin's choosing. All right, next matchup. The forecast potentially one of the potential toilet bowls here. I'm gonna go Dan though.
Yeah, I'll go Dan.
I'm gonna go Micah.
Oh,
Wow. Mike is heads, Dan is tails. Heads.
interesting.
Micah got the coin.
Wow. All right. Sure we don't want to flip that again?
Joshy versus Jonesy. Once again, Josh going with the stealth tight end to play.
That's a flex. Stealth flex.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, flex, not tight end. My bad.
I'm gonna go Jonesy.
Yeah, I'll go Jonesy this week.
This is tough. I'm gonna go Jonesy.
All right. Heads is me. Tails is Jonesy. It's tails. Jonesy. Shit.
The coin has all the underdogs. All right. Yeah, so after Jonesy, we got a Weggy Ben matchup with Herbert on a bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Let's see.
Oh, ouch. Oh shit.
And he doesn't have another quarterback on his roster right now.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go Ben.
Yeah, I'm going Ben.
I really want to go Weggy, but I'm going to go Ben.
The more I look at Weggy's team, the more I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Weggy's also without his kicker right now, so
Yeah.
But quarterback and kicker should adjust in the favor of Ben.
All right.
What's the coin, Josh?
Heads. Ooh, shit. Heads is Waggy. Tails is Ben. Ooh, tails.
So the sweep for Ben, right? Everything, including the coin. Unless there's any big buys, which there's not, I'm going Natalie.
Why is your projection so low?
The defense, is that it?
I'm telling you, her team literally. But last week it was Allen, Diggs, and Ayuk. Like everyone else had like 4 points.
I take it back. I think I'm going Mitch, actually. I'm going Mitch.
Oh, wait. Do we have some chat comments?
Oh, there's one person there. Who is it?
I'm gonna go with Nat still. I think Allen and Diggs have another good week against Jacksonville.
Mike is winning everything. Imagine leaving Robinson on your bench. Imagine leaving 33 points on your bench.
Who is that?
Mike.
I wonder who Mike is. Interesting. Can we ask Mike what ChatGPT thinks of Micah's fantasy team? All right, I went Mitch. What did you guys say?
I went with Nat. I don't understand why Moss is rated so low.
What is
Jonathan Taylor cleared to come back?
Oh, is he? He is, isn't he?
I think that's why.
Playing?
That is a great question. Matt has him, right?
Yeah. I'll
Back
go
to the pup list this week. Who knows if he plays, but
I'm still going Nat.
This is a tough one. I think I'm going to go. I wish we knew if JT was playing. Although Tennessee is really stout against the run, and they're terrible against the pass. So I'm going to go Mitch.
What's the coin say?
We'll go heads is Mitch, tails is Natalie. Tails, Natalie.
Maresco and Natalie on the Maresco and coin going for Natalie rather.
Who's winning, me or Dan? Mike is still commenting.
We have Mike in the chat. Let's do this. Message retracted. Mike, we don't know who you are, but if you'd like to hop on, we can extend an invite for you to come onto the show real quick, and you can tell us your opinion on Micah's team. So we'll let that sit there while we choose this matchup. I'm going Hannah.
Yeah, I'll go Hannah.
Coin.
Heads is Hannah, tails is Ryan.
Tails, be tails.
Please be tails.
It's tails.
Yes. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're
Hannah,
about to
don't
have a
down.
guest. Do you think Hannah's losing to Ryan because of the coin, Mariska?
No, I think it ups our pick percentage against coin.
Oh, yeah, it does. The coin made some strong picks.
Watch the coin go 7-0 somehow one of these weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're that great at picking these things. Oh, we have Mike joining the call. Let me remove this. Mystery Mike.
Oh, that's my YouTube name. I don't want people knowing who I am.
Mike, we'll start it off with this. Your team is catching a lot of hate from the two-timers and really the league at large. Do you have any response?
No, it's all deserved. Hey, at least I didn't chase a running back. I was right about that. I never heard you guys, credit me for being correct about not drafting running backs, but it's garbage. I think I scored 45 points versus you. I don't even know what to say.
Wait, so why do you feel right about not drafting a running back still?
I mean, because let's look at who's in the lead. Let's see who their running back is.
I'm in the lead. I have a very good running back.
He spent $7 on a running back.
I spent like $78 on Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, but like he's a no name. I don't even know who that guy is. No, dude. I mean, yeah, it's a little embarrassing. First year in the league, and I look like a fool. I swear though, they had Robinson questionable all day. I was checking, and then just like I don't know, dinner time came around. I didn't check the phone, and then next thing you know, he's playing. And then he scores 33 points, and he was out. I think 2 weeks before.
I think you probably would have beat me had you played half your bench, or at least it would have been very close.
Yep. But it is what it is. That's fantasy for you. I think I'm going to go with Wilson, though, this week in all my fantasy leagues. I liked his humility after that loss, and I think he's going to come back strong. He's projected to get like 12 or 14 points, but he'll do better than Captain Kirk, who's been terrible.
Captain Kirk is guaranteed to throw at least 1 or 2 interceptions when it really matters,
He scored 11 points. Who had Burrow last week?
Ryan.
What was it? 1 point? 3 points?
He had 5 points.
5 points.
Which is terrible for a quarterback. Terrible for most positions, but really bad for a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what like tight ends get.
That's fair.
Yeah, who's winning it all?
Has Colin expressed any disappointment in you yet, or?
I got a text from an unknown number saying like, "What the you doing? Like you're ruining my league." I don't know if it was Colin, but no, I'm kidding. No, Colin hasn't said anything. I'm trying to step it up, but I don't really know what to do.
Josh, any advice for Micah?
I feel like that's a conflict of interest on many levels.
I mean,
talk to a 2-time champ here, or we have 2-time champs here.
Yeah, tough. What you got for me? Who do I need to trade?
I would just make sure you start the right players and only points on your list. That's where I would start. Other than that, I don't really have advice for you.
So I keep saying Robinson. If I had started Montgomery and Howell, I would have beat Clark. So you're right. I should have started Howell.
You left 93 points on your bench and you scored 58. So,
jeez, Westbrook. Who even is Westbrook? What the heck?
I would also say you should know the players that are on your team.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
it'd be helpful to know players in the NFL, like Bijan Robinson, who Clark has on his team. So, stay the league. That's my advice to you.
Hey, all right. I'm still kind of right. Who paid for Chubb?
David.
Yeah.
That's Micah. That's a freak
Barkley.
Accident.
Yeah, exactly. It happens every year. Granted, here's what I'm wrong about C-Mac, right? So it really is luck of the draw because Barkley, C-Mac, Chubb, all great running backs, but two of those 3 are down.
Yeah, but if you look at it from a numbers perspective, the 2 people in our league that paid the most money for running backs, which was me and Ben, are the 2 highest scoring teams in the league. It's not correlated necessarily, but
No, it's true. Yeah. It's worth the risk. Maybe I was wrong, back in the day as a young Rams fan. I've matured in my, the 4 weeks.
Yeah. So the maturity keeps on coming, so you can try to win one.
Losing humiliates or humbles you. Yeah.
Erica,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I picked you this week, so don't let me down.
Who am I playing?
I think Dan.
Oh yeah, I played Dan.
You can
He's got a
you can beat Dan.
58% chance to beat me. I'll play the right people. I'm going with Wilson though. Zachy boy.
I might change my pick.
Yeah. Still got time.
Oh man. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. Sorry.
Thanks for
I'm
hopping
gonna step it up. I'm doing my best. But
We expect great
you
things, Mike.
I'm gonna win.
I want to take you out of my toilet
tough.
picks.
Yeah, I know. I got to get out of there, but I'm gonna win for you this week. I'm winning for tough.
Just
Just like
win
LeBron.
this week.
Huh?
You in my toilet bowl this week.
Ugh. I'm gonna win for tough, just like LeBron is playing for Bronny, whatever that means. But yeah, did you guys see that? That was so weird. LeBron goes, "I'm gonna play this season for Bronny." All right, peace. Thanks for having me.